Well, hello everyone. This is Joseph Savage Videos. I'm gonna stop saying that soon. I know I've said that a few times in a couple of my videos, but I think it's finally time to change the name. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not exactly developed, so I'm planning on changing that relatively soon here. A lot of you guys have liked the review style videos I've done, so this is gonna be short, sweet, and to the point. Review of my new 1993 Ford Crown Victoria that I just bought yesterday. Oh boy, this one's a good one. So, little backstory. I've owned 10 cars now. I'm 14. I've owned 10 cars now. This is my 10th. And 3 of those 10 have been Crown Victorias. I think this body style, this generation, is my favorite. Well, 1992 to 1997. After 1998 to 2011, they weren't my favorite. But my first Crown Victoria, which I still have, is a 1997. The second one I had was a 96 with really low mileage. This one's a 93 with decent mileage. But the mileage doesn't matter. This is a very good vehicle. Now this is an LX. This one is top of the line, loaded to the gills. The only exception being it doesn't have a car phone. Maybe. Anyway, you can see here it has its keyless entry pad and everything like that. It's just absolutely top of the line. Leather seats, which we'll get to in a minute, but it has actual alloys, not hubcaps. It does have center caps, but that's not a bad thing. Electric and power, everything. It does have some paint issues. That's a little spray paint blemish right there. The guy I bought it from said his uncle did braille driving, meaning he'd go back until he felt something crunch or something like that. So that's although it hurts the car, I found that kind of funny. And it is a cold Canadian night, so I'm gonna try and get in as quick as I possibly can. The other annoying things is this overspray here on this black plastic, but that's okay. That's no biggie. Right here, same thing, but that's okay. Alright, so let's climb inside this thing. One great thing about this car is it has a key fob, keyless entry fob. This isn't the original one, but it was done through the Ford dealer. That's rare to see, but we'll go ahead and unlock this one here. This pad works to lock the doors, but unfortunately, I'm working on getting the code to unlock them. So there is a couple little things like this screw and this tape that kind of takes away from it, but not all that much. Okay, so here we are inside the car. Now, this is where it all takes place. So like I said, I'll say it again, leather everything. Leather seats, leather wrapped steering wheel. I'm not sure if this is leather dash, but it's supposed to look like it. Just soft touch everywhere. I really, really love it. Now, this is when Ford started introducing the supplemental restraint system, SRS airbag, into their cars. So this here is an airbag steering wheel. Obviously, it says SRS right there. And they couldn't figure out how to get the horn and the airbag in the same mechanism. So there are 2 separate buttons for the horn. But a lot of Ford vehicles have that, and a lot of other vehicles have it too. Here's the ignition key. This is the primary key, what you'll be using most of the time. Now look in the center of your screen. You see those 2 little nubs? Like in the very center, like right there, exactly in the middle of my finger. Okay, well, I'm going to show you this other key, which I'm not sure. Maybe this is a valet key. There's no little nubs. So I'll show you it one more time, and I'll show you this one. Little tiny little nubs. So anyway, I'm not sure if that's a valet key or what that does, but it works in the ignition, so it doesn't really matter. But this one has digital dash and everything like that. It has 269,000 kilometers or something. It's not miles. Don't worry about that. But now I love that this one has Sirius XM. Now, of course, that's aftermarket, but I love the Sirius XM. Although one drawback, in my opinion, is this radio. This is an aftermarket, plasticky Kenwood radio. I prefer the original radios in my car. I love that it has Bluetooth and auxiliary for the Sirius, don't get me wrong, but it's just tacky looking, and I don't like it. But that's okay. Boy, it's getting cold in here, so I'm going to fire it up. Stick this key in and listen to it. Very, very strong. Strong 4.6 liter V8, modular V8 that Ford has had in, they had that in Mustangs and Crown Victorias and everything. You can see our neighbor actually has a Crown Victoria right there. That one's a 96 though. But this is just such a great vehicle. You can see, and they get good fuel economy. That's the other thing. Distance to empty, 130 kilometers. Fuel remaining, 14 liters. Now, I'm not quite sure how accurate this is, but distance to empty, if I can go 130 kilometers on 14 liters, that's pretty good. The average economy I'm getting right now is 24.7 liters per 100 kilometers, which is not true. The reason it says so high is because, and that's like 60 miles a gallon, but the reason, sorry, not 60, 6 miles a gallon, but the reason that's so high is because I've been idling a lot in this car. The instant and economy, there you go, 99 liters per 100 kilometers, that's like 2 miles a gallon, so that's just incredible. And I've put about 47 kilometers on it. The clock, everything works. The heat works very, very well in this thing, and that's good. I like that it has this Sirius, like I said, but leather wrap steering wheel, very smooth computer assisted power steering. I love it a lot. But I love this leather. The window regulators in these cars go bad all the time. It's a prerequisite to having a Crown Victoria. Well, not a prerequisite. It's a given. When you have a Crown Victoria, the window regulators will go bad. So this one here, all of its windows work for the time being, which is really, really nice. That I don't have to replace them, but that's nice. So you can see I've got, I need some gas, but it's great. Like, there's the mileage right there in the center of the screen, so that's nice. But let's go ahead and cut on the lights, put on the hazards, and put on the brights as well. And that rattle you hear there is just a heat shield. Hop on out of here. Okay. Looking here, that's a heat shield there. I actually know where that is. Now, the reason this was so cheap is because, unfortunately, it does have some frame rust. Now, that is kind of frustrating because I have to get that fixed, and that's actually a huge production to get that fixed. So, I mean, it's just in a bad spot, but. I think it looks pretty slick. It looks pretty good. I love these cars. I absolutely can't get enough of them. These back seats here look like they have never been sat in. More on that a little later here, but I'll go ahead and open this up here. Oh, that heat is so good. Already that quickly. These door panels on these Crown Vics, if you plan on getting one of these, it's something to look out for. These door panels, they fall apart all the time. So, and what happens is down here on the stress point, mine is actually not cracked, but they crack right down there. They crack because they're under a lot of stress. You can see this whole assembly moves when I pull it, so be mindful of that. I'll turn off these brights so I don't bother the neighbors. But what I also like about these is these Crown Vics have cornering lights. I'll show you what I mean there. So if you go out here, you see that super bright white light there? Well, if I turn off the turn signals, that bright light goes out. And that's because if you are turning, it's a really good idea, because if you're turning that way in the dark, you want to see where you're going over there. So that's a very nice feature. Yeah, it's just this car I love. And also this antenna switch right here. If you push it, that antenna goes flying up. I love that. That's an awesome thing for me. This has an auto-dimming rear view mirror, so you can see, like I can see right now, that if I turn this off, yeah, that's cool, because that's just really cool, because my light is shining into it, and it's dimming like that, because that's nice. Anyway, I'm not sure what this does. Maybe that's cabin air control of some kind, but very, very nice. So, there's a little Bluetooth aftermarket speaker there too, but no big deal. So another thing here, if you pop open these cup holders, you've got, these are dirty, so my apologies. I got this yesterday, but this has never been smoked in. That's the other thing. 2-owner, very, very well kept. It says removable here, so if you pop this out, that's a mug holder right there. That's actually what Ford called it, a mug holder. So you can bring your cup of joe on your Crown Vickial way going to the country club. I love these cars. Unfortunately, the guy said it came with the manual. It doesn't come with the manual, unfortunately. But what it does come with are all of these. What are these? Insurance records? Nope. These are service records. Just a whole thick folder of them. It's just crazy. Plus all that stuff. Every brochure, every tire manual Ford sent them, every recall notice, every single little piece of paper is with this car. Every oil change, every tire rotation, everything. Everything. Now, if you look here, you have your overdrive button on the stick here. Overdrive off, it says. That's if you're towing something. You don't want it to kick into overdrive, but you have your cruise control buttons here. You can turn that on, turn that off. So very, very nice feature. But you can see it has premium sound. That's for the 90s, so who knows what that means. But I'll go ahead and show you the engine, pop the fuel filter, trunk, and I'll pop this. Okay, that rattle again is just the heat shield. Okay, so forgive that rattle. Here, Crown Victoria LX. I love that this is the LX. So the previous owner here also included his another center cap, which is very nice. Those were $90 on eBay. It has its spare tire cover, everything still original here. And this spare tire has never been used. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the original tire. In fact, I can't see the date, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was original. Down here, you got some extra floor mats and everything like that. So, just some very, very nice piece in here. This is still super soft, so this trunk hasn't really been used. It's just extraordinary, really. They all have that same squeak in the hinge, but it's just what they do. It's just how they work. But that's not even noteworthy. But the rest of this car, I mean, I love them. This one isn't perfect, but I love them, and I don't know. I can't get enough of them. Here's the back seat. I'll show you with the flash on here. You can see there's my camera. I couldn't get working, but these seats, impeccable. They have never ever been sat in before. Sorry if you can't. I don't know why this won't focus here, but there you go. Never been sat in. I wouldn't be surprised if they haven't. It's just this car. Although, yes, it has some mileage. I love that illumination. Pops on orange here. I'll shut the flash off again. I love that key. Okay, that heat shield. Sorry again. But that orange. That is very, very nice. That's a nice touch. So we'll go ahead and open the hood here. Just to show you. 4.6 liter modular V8 overhead cam. Very, very great motor. There's a reason that cops, the police forces, bought these. You have a hard time killing them. Now, I know on the 95s to 97s, and actually probably later than that, these intake manifolds failed because they're made out of plastic. The coolant crossover tube is made out of plastic, and they would fail. So if you look at this one here, it's all metal in there, so this won't fail. But it just runs very, very well, exceptionally well. Just no complaints. And I know that's another problem with these things. You really have to slam these hoods, and it's loud. Now, also the 95s to 97s, they actually got a facelift here. This grille with slots like this, they changed that. What they did is they actually just put one bar across and then a few slots in between like that. There's many pictures online, but anyway, this car is exemplary. I just have no complaints, but I'll go ahead and throw it in gear for you. And I'll give you a short few second clip of these speakers here. Now that may not come out on camera super well, but these speakers have this bass in the back. The back speakers are great. I think the front speakers are having some kind of issue. Could be to do with this. I'm gonna get rid of this radio. I definitely don't like it. It's tacky looking. I don't like subwoofers. I don't like those big stupid speakers. I like usually original, but if I can find speakers that fit originally and have a very good sound, I like it. Now, I don't like bass, I like crisp. So if I can find something like that, that would be great. But I'll go ahead and put this in reverse here, right into gear, drive, right into gear. There's no hesitation. Like, look, I'll show you. When I put it in reverse, I'll tell you when it's fully engaged. Reverse. Like that's how quick it is. So this thing has no mechanical issues whatsoever. So this and this door is actually still open, but boy, this thing is great. Like, I love it. You also have your auto lamp delay. I'm pretty sure that's when you lock the car and the lights stay on. But we'll actually turn these on because I like that. Anyway, I love this car. So if you like this video, I think I'm going to end it here. But if you like this video, give it a like, share it with someone else who you think might also enjoy it. In the comment section below, let me know how I can improve. If you didn't enjoy the video, hell, give it a dislike. Although if you did that, let me know how I can improve. Don't just spread negativity. If I can improve, I'm absolutely open to feedback. So absolutely don't hesitate to do that there. But thank you for watching very much. And I've got a lot coming with this car. So thanks again. And you know what? Just as a little added bonus, if you watch this long, we'll go ahead and throw it in drive here. Oops. Oh, that's neutral. That's drive. Okay. I'll go ahead and throw this in the driveway real quick. Sorry if you can't see, but just why not? This thing drives so well. There's no issues with it whatsoever. It's just so great. If you enjoyed this video though, and you want to see more about this Crown Victoria, don't want to spin any tires here. But if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more with the Crown Vic, absolutely leave a like and let me know in the comment section below that you want to see a test drive. Because I am 14, but in Alberta, where I live, I can actually drive with somebody in the car. It's called a learner's permit, class 7. So if you'd like to see that, let me know. Because I can test drive this if that is what the internet demands. I'm going to do a little braille driving myself. Another thing, if you watch this long, there's a common Ford issue with these ignitions. The door's open right now. Key's not in. But if this ignition isn't in the right spot, it'll ding and it'll drain that battery faster than you can imagine. But I'll actually go ahead and, actually no. I'll shut this here. Show you that. Locks the doors. Now, on the fobs here, I think, yep, trunk button. And right here, I also forgot to mention, and it is worth mentioning, right there, air suspension, shut-off switch. Right now it's off because I had it jacked up in the air, but that is for the air suspension. This thing has air suspension. It's just the most comfortable ride in the world. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, man. This car is awesome. It deserves a thumbs up for sure.